to the ropes, trying to free his right hand. Rocky is devastating when he pins his man against the strands, a fact borne out time and time again in subsequent fights. Lewis, another hard right-hand hitter, has fought many a rival against the ropes himself over the years. He's had 70 professional fights. And for the third time in the round, Marciano forces Lewis to the ropes. He fires to the body and gets in a left uppercut. Lewis tries to punch his way free, but at the end of round one, it's a good Marciano round.
They got me. I'm Senator Mike Brady filling in. I grew up in Brockton, and I was represented Ward 2 in this neighborhood for many years when I was a lot thinner and had no gray hairs on the city council. And I actually lived on Whitlam Street before, renting from Jenny Curtis, who was very active at St. Patrick's Church, where Rocky went to, and a lot of the neighbors went to, and she was more power than the Pope at St. Patrick's Church. She always kept an eye on me, but I'm just honored to be here. I'm honored to be your state senator and honored to be part of this community, and I want to recognize a few of the elected officials, and I apologize if I missed anybody. Of course, our Secretary of State, Bill Galvin's here. State Representative Representative Bridget Cook would be here, but she's at a firefighters thing out in Colorado. I got County Commissioner Greg Hanley here. And I'm going to try to recognize all the city councils. I've got Moises Rodriguez, he's a city council at large. David Teixeira, council at large. I'm trying to think who else on the school committee. John Buckley, he's going to be coming up to speak as well. He's our registered deeds. And if not for John Buckley and Mark Cassiri doing all the work and many other volunteers, Mary Walton did a lot to get this on the historical register, and also our Secretary of State. But John has been doing a yeoman's work as our registered deeds in Plymouth County. He's a great friend to us in Brockton, and he's probably at the forefront of all this. So I'm going to pass it over to Peter Marciano Sr. on behalf of the Marciano family. Peter.
On Rocky Marciano, it's always a great thing. The quick story I want to tell you is that I've spent 26 years living here. I probably spent more time in the ballpark than I did at my own house. But the one thing that was a law, and back in the day, was my dad worked right up the street at Stacey Adams Shoe, walking distance. And it was important when he got through work to be on time for dinner. That was a must. And as things turned out, I'm the same way with my family. It's funny how things continue to be the same as my sister, my beautiful sister Betty. Was the last year that I'm sorry.
I didn't want to talk about myself.
Anyway, again,
Thank you.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All the people, I just want to say, Mark Cassiri, one day my brother was being interviewed, and this was in the Catskills when he was getting ready to defend his title for the first time. And the person that was interviewing him asked a question. I don't remember the question, but I remember the answer. And his answer was, to be champion requires a total commitment of mind and body. And it's so true. And the reason I bring that up is because Mark Cassiri had that same total commitment. And this is the result of it. So Mark, from the Marciano family, from the city of Brockton, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Brady. It's great to be with you this morning. It's a wonderful opportunity not just for us to commemorate Rocky Marciano and his family and the history of his personal history, his marvelous record, never defeated, 49 victories. This has never been matched. And it commemorates also Brockton itself. Brockton is indeed the city of champions, and it continues to be to this day. Your hard workers, your people are proud of your heritage, but also happy about your future. So it's an opportunity for us not just to salute Rocky Marciano and his family, but also to talk about the city that he loved. So I'm here today in my role as chairman of the Massachusetts Historical Commission. That's a lot of words, but what it comes down to this. As all of you know, Massachusetts has a lot of claim to history. In fact, as you probably know, this year we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the beginning of the American Revolution, the beginning of America. But that history didn't stop after the Revolutionary War. It continues to this day. And certainly a large part of that history was the experience not just of Rocky Marciano personally and his championship and his sportsmanship, but the experience of his parents, of immigrants who came in not just to Brockton, but throughout our state, and brought their background, they brought their history, their uniqueness, they brought it and they weaved it into the American tapestry. That's what we are as Americans, all of us, irrespective of where we came from, race, color, religion. We are Americans. And in a unique way, Rocky Marciano really represents that. He speaks to our history in Massachusetts, but as to our history as Americans. And at a time when there's a lot of disputes out there, a lot of unhappy people, we can all be happy and united in our history and the likes of Rocky Marciano. So it's extremely important for us nationally to recognize Rocky Marciano. And that's what this is. This is a national recognition. Historic sites, whether they're the battlefield, the Lexington and Concord, or the Bunkdale Monument, or this house, have to be recognized first by the Massachusetts Historical Commission, which I'm the chairman of, but also it has to be accepted by the National Park Service, the United States Park Service. This house has now been accepted. That's what we're commemorating today. Which I've signed and the Mass Historical Commission has voted for, which I'm going to give to Mark. It's like having a deed. But I also have a large blow-up of it, which I just want to show you. That's like Christmas. There it is. Wow. Let's commemorate. So this is to be here. I've got the actual papers which I'm going to give to Mike and Mark, rather, I'm sorry. And then we'll go from there. Thanks again. It's a great thing. You have much to be proud of, but we have much to do. So we've got to keep working. All right.
So I first saw this house 25 years ago as part of research for a book. I was tagging along with a landscape artist named Patricia Johansson. She'd been brought in by the city and she created this plan for a Rocky Marciano trail, which would be like interconnected historical attractions. She was so excited about this scheme that she had bought the house to preserve it for restoration. But then she ran into various kinds of trouble, which people in Brockton who know it better than I do can explain in greater detail, and the plan pretty much came to nothing, except the part having to do with the house, and there's a quick story in that. So on our first visit to the house, my first visit to the house 25 years ago with Patricia Johansson, she'd been away from Brockton for a year, and it came as a shock to her to discover that somebody had changed the locks of the house, and she was locked out of a house she owned. Not only that, but there was clear evidence that somebody had been working on her house. The basement windows had been replaced, it had been painted, the floors had been stripped, there were blown up reproductions of Marciano family photographs taped to the walls of first floor rooms. So Johansson was disturbed, but she was also impressed. Her property rights had definitely been violated, but whoever was working on the house was doing a very careful job, motivated by respect for Marciano's memory. It has to be Mark, she said to me. He's like me. So he's like me. This is an internationally prominent landscape artist talking about a guy who worked the night shift as a custodian at the post office. And I know we're here because Rocky Marciano is a significant historical figure. He's an exemplar of the virtues associated with Brockton and America's working class traditions. Virtues like hard work and resilience and unconquerable will and patience and passion, and also, of course, being good with your hands. Marciano deserves all the praise that will be heaped on him today and hereafter, but I want to make sure to say, we also talk a little bit more about another son of Brockton, which is Mark Kaziri. Mark had asked Patricia Johansson if she would sell him the house, and she had liked the idea. I thought I would sell it to somebody who loves it, who loves Rocky. She told me Mark would honor the house. She was locked out because when Mark was trying to get a mortgage together, he decided to start fixing up the place before the sale went through so he could bring down the cost of repairs that he would have to do afterward. So logically enough, he changed the locks so he could get in and out and keep the house secure. This is possibly the only instance on record of breaking and entering with intent to perform historically sensitive activity. In case anyone's wondering, in Massachusetts, the statute of limitations for breaking and entering is 6 years, so we're good. Thing is, Patricia Johansson really liked Mark. She was rooting for him to succeed, where she had failed. Mark has a big heart, she said to me, but it's not clear he can withstand the forces around him. So she need not have worried. Patricia Johansson's gone now, but Mark's still here, and the house is still here, and in the restored and safeguarded condition that each of them dreamed that it would be in. Mark recruited a strong coalition of allies and friends to help him do this really long and complex job of work that has led up to this moment, but he's the reason that it happened. The listing of this house on the National Register of Historic Places is a testament not only to Rocky, but to Mark's unrelenting hard work and resilience and unconquerable will and patience and passion, and to the fact that he too is good with his hands. These are the same virtues that the house will celebrate and exemplify for years, for generations to come.
We have one from the State Senate. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the Rocky Marciano family home at 168 Dover Street in Brockton in recognition of the designation to the National Register of Historic Places, honoring the legacy of Brockton's own world heavyweight champion and cultural icon. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations for continued success. That this citation be duly signed by the Senate President Karen Spilka, the Clerk Michael Hurley, and the Senator myself, Michael Brady. Congratulations.
Yes, I have a citation from the Massachusetts House of Representatives. This is my district, and I'm so honored to have this house being recognized. I've seen Mark before I came to the house and know how hard he worked at it, so it's an honor to be here today. But it says, be hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincere congratulations to Rocky Marciano home in recognition of Rocky's home at 168 Dover Street, deemed a historic place worthy of preservation by the National Park Service, been inducted into the National Register of Historic Places. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success. And it's signed today by the Speaker of the House, Ronald Mariano, and myself, Rita Mendes. Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. So nice to see you all. I've got a little prepared remark myself. Thanks for your patience. I am from Chicago. I got here today to celebrate this grand occasion. Our Hall of Fame has been there since 1977, and it began as a Italian-American Boxing Hall of Fame, and our first inductee in 1977 was the great Rocky Marciano. My dad was born in the Roaring 20s like Rocky. He was a tradesman like Rocky. He a tailor.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Rocky a shoemaker, ditch digger. My dad served proudly in World War II, as did Rocky. They were heroes. Most Catholics had the Trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in their homes. In my house, the Holy Trinity was Frank Sinatra, Joe DiMaggio, and Rocky Marciano. Growing up, my dad would be encouraging for me to work hard to achieve greatness, to be like Rocky Marciano. He taught me to be humble like Rocky. He also often told me, go the distance, to give it my all, and to never accept defeat, just like Rocky Marciano. As I got older and achieved certain heights in my career, my dad would call me champ, referring to the sweat experienced by Rocky Marciano. When my dad got sick, I hung a pair of boxing gloves above his sick bed. It was his inspiration, Rocky's, for him to keep on fighting. We believe that it was the inner strength and the unacceptance of defeat that kept him going and helped him beat the cancer. See, Rocky was great in the ring, the greatest, we all know that. But it is his lasting legacy of inner strength, family values, and ethnic pride that will affect lives for future generations. And that is the mission of the National Italian American Sports Hall of Fame, a place where Rocky Marciano is featured as a premier icon in sports. We are proud to keep his legacy alive and financially support this project, as you all are here today, by keeping his boyhood home as a place to honor true greatness. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this historic event today. And Mark Cassieri, where is he?
Mark.
There he is. Mark, get over here. He's under a tree. Thank you for having the passion, Mark, for doing this. You have the same passion that Rocky had. We all know that. The same heart that Rocky had as well. You saved this wonderful home, and for Rocky himself, God bless the Marciano family. God bless you, Mark. And to all in the future who will stand on the shoulders of Rocky Marciano and their quest for true greatness, God bless them all too. Thank you all so much.
The only last word is I shared a locker space with Peter at the Old Colony Y. And a number of years ago, Peter said, can you get this project moving? And we've been told it'll never happen. Here we go, Peter.
Antonio up here? Antonio and Cristiano and Laura? Antonio is from the town of Rocky's father, Ripa Tiatina, and he's here now in Brockton, and he would like to say something on behalf of the hometown of Rocky's dad. And I just want to say before I step down that this whole thing was orchestrated by John Buckley. He was the one that sent us in different directions on assignments to get this house to where it is right now. Thank you.
Sorry,
Good morning, everyone.
I don't speak English. My wife traduction for me. Buongiorno a tutti, grazie che siete venuti.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here.
Io sono un amico di Mark, dopo che sono venuto qui in America, che mi sono sposato con mia moglie.
I'm a friend of Mark's, and I came here to America after getting married with my wife.
E sono contento che Mark è una bravissima persona e che lui ha fatto tutto questo ha creato, diciamo, un museo di tutte le foto di Marciano e ancora non viene distrutta questa cosa e mi fa piacere che lui lo tiene sempre tutto preciso e nuovo.
And I'm very happy that Mark has been so wonderful, and he's kept this house almost like a museum, opening it up to everyone to come, and this makes me very happy.
E ci vuole molta pazienza a tenerlo tutto così.
Obviously, you need a lot of patience to keep this up.
Io mi sono promesso ad oggi, anche lo dico davanti a tutti, che gli darò una mano a fare qualcosa, nel senso aiutarlo a fare qualche iniziativa insieme.
And I give my promise today here in front of you too that I am going to be helping Mark to even maintain this even further.
E dopo, per ultimo stiamo facendo un progetto che è iniziato da me e un amico mio italiano e vogliamo fare un progetto per fare un docufilm su Marciano fatto con persone del posto, fare 49 interviste
di un minuto e mezzo l'uno e fare questo docufilm con 45 persone americane e 4-5 persone poi del paese mio di Marciano.
And I've taken the initiative, along with my friend in Italy, that we are going to start doing a special docu-film about Rocky with personal people that Rocky knows here in America, but also in Italy, in Ripatatina, your father's hometown, Pierino's hometown. And this is going to be just like Rocky had 49 wins, it's 49 different memories or stories about Rocky. So, hello everyone, my name is Laura Chirco. A lot of you might know me. I have been traveling since 2013 with Rocky Marciano Jr. to Ripatatina, Italy, which is Rocky's father's hometown, Pierino Marchegiano, and we have been going there consecutively every year. The city of Ripatatina holds a special award ceremony entitled Premio Rocky Marciano, where they award the top athletes of the world with the Rocky Marciano Award. And they do such a fabulous, fabulous job. I mean, to be a small city of only about 5,000 inhabitants, right on the beautiful mountains and the coast, but to do such an event that brings hundreds and thousands of people to the city is truly something special. It shows us that Rocky lives on every day, and in Ripa, it is so important for them. Rocky is like a hero. I met my husband, obviously, through doing this, and in Ripatatina as well, they also have a statue of Rocky Marciano, obviously not as big as ours, but they honor him. Yes, it's much smaller. He actually put the baby there this summer when we were there, but they love Rocky, they adore Rocky. Rocky's memory never, never, never dies. It is so fresh in all people's minds. And as Antonio mentioned, I apologize, the baby decided he wants to talk today. As Antonio mentioned, Antonio is looking into doing this very special film to unite both the city of Brockton and the city of Ripatatina, and to give them something special to look forward to with all of you. So we have
There we go.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Now watch. A left. Another left crumples Lewis. A blazing right. And Lewis sails through the ropes.